It's about time that this happened. The tier list of every single total drama character. I've been wanting to do this for a long time now, and now I'm finally going to be able to do it. Now, I don't really know how this is going to go because I don't want to spend hours doing this, so some explanations might be kept very short. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm just going to do it as I go, basically. But yeah, this is something that I've been wanting to do for a while, and with recently rewatching Redonkulous Race, I now feel like I am prepared enough to make an accurate ranking of my opinions on every single Total Drama character. So without further ado, I'm just going to jump right into it. And then for the actual ranks here, I'm just going to keep them as how they were by default. I don't really want to spend too much time trying to think of different ways I can categorize everything, and I don't really want to complicate it too much. I feel like this is all pretty good by itself, so let's just get to it. Alejandro, I'm going to put Alejandro in love. I think Alejandro is a great character. I think that goes without saying, and yeah, one of the best villains in Total Drama, for sure. This is Amy. Personally, I don't really hate Amy that much. But I think I'm going to go neutral just because I feel like, I found her hatred quite funny with a lot of the things that she would say. I'm going to talk myself into putting her in like, honestly. Anne Maria, I think I'm going to go love, to be honest. I think I'm going to go love because I always found her really funny. I really like the whole Jersey Shore thing, and I think she definitely deserves a return for All Stars, but that's a whole different conversation that I've already gone through on this channel. Axel, one of the new characters from the reboot, but I'm gonna put her in neutral. I don't think I really dislike her, even though I don't like her and her and Ripper at all, but she's pretty much just there for the most part. There's nothing really amazing about her. And the relationship thing, it's not good, but it's not enough for me to be like, oh, I hate her. B, again, just gonna put him in neutral. He doesn't talk, so. Beardo, come on now, gotta put him in like. I had him to win or be runner-up for my Pocket 2 Island Season 2 rewrite, so, I have a soft spot for Beardo. I feel like he was really disrespected, and I feel like there's a lot more that can be done with him, because I think he's quite interesting. Beth is an interesting one. This is the first one, like, from the real, like, OG first generation cast that's coming up here. I'm gonna put her in neutral. Beth is one of those that I have always not cared about that much. I've never disliked her though, but I've never loved her either. And she's cool to me, but I don't really have much really to say about her beyond that. Blanley, I'm gonna put Blanley in like. Now, I haven't really watched World Tour back in a while, so my memory on her, at least, is a little fuzzy, but I do enjoy her. I remember enjoying her character for sure. She wasn't there for that long, though, so it's not like we'll have to see a lot of her, but for what she did do on World Tour, I thought was really cool, and that's pretty much it. Bowie, I'm going to put Bowie in love because he is definitely one of the strongest characters from the reboot. I found him to be really funny. I like the representation he brought to the show as well. He was a good villain, and I like his relationship with Raj as well. So yeah, to me he's a strong character, and that's why. Brick, I've always been a huge Brick fan. But I think I'm just gonna put him in love. I don't know if I can really call him a favorite, but I might. I'm going to change my mind. I'm going to put Brick as a favorite because I've always been a huge fan of Brick. And that's really all. Bridget, I don't know if I like her enough to say that I love her. I think she's really great in Total Drama Island though. Action and then the reunion thing, or the aftermath, that was cool. World Tour, I don't know. I didn't really like the whole thing with Alejandra that much, even though it was kind of interesting at first, but yeah, I think she was at her best in Island, but beyond that, she's cool. Now Brody, now this is fresh, obviously, because I just rewatched Redonkulous Race, but I'm gonna put him in love, purely for the fact that I just find him to be extremely hilarious. Caleb, well, just check out my video on Caleb on this channel, and you'll kind of see what my thoughts are. I'm not gonna go as far as say that I hate him, but I definitely don't like him. And if you want to know why exactly, I've got a whole video on my channel, so you can go watch that to really see what my thoughts are on him. Cameron, I'm I'm gonna put Cameron in like. He's definitely the best of that trio, consisting of himself, Mike, and Zoe by far. And I don't really mind him at all, to be honest. I feel like he actually has some funny lines, and he's not really that annoying to me either. So for that, I like him. Carrie, I'm putting Carrie in neutral. The whole best friends thing, I actually really hated that when I first watched Rodonga's Race. But on a rewatch, I didn't really mind it that much, but at the same time, I didn't really care for it that much, and there's not really that much that's interesting about her character. You know, she's just really in love with Devin, and that's pretty much it. So Chase, I'm gonna put Chase in neutral too. I think at first when I watched the reboot, I hated Chase, but I don't think I can look back at that season and really say that I hate him, because he was quite funny, but at the same time, I'm not gonna go as far as to say that I like loved him or his character or anything like that, but you know, he is cool. He did provide a good foil for Emma. So for that, give him his kudos, but beyond that, nothing much else to say about Chase. I think this is Chet, neutral. I mean, there's really not much to say about them. They hate each other and they like each other, and that was it. Cody, also gonna go in neutral. I've never really been the biggest Cody fan. I mean, I don't hate his character, but I don't really enjoy anything about his character or anything like that. He's kind of pathetic, but whatever. Courtney, without a shadow of a doubt, is a favorite, and I mean, there really doesn't need to be much explained on that front. Like, it's Courtney. Crimson is gonna go in love. I find the Goths to be incredible characters. That's pretty much it. Dakota is kind of tough. I think I'm gonna just put her in like. I do really like her character, but then the whole Dakota Zoid thing I just found to be really unnecessary. But beyond that, I think Dakota is a pretty good character. Damien, I'm going to put in neutral. I think Damien's cool. I really have no issue with him at all. But again, he's kind of another one of those characters that doesn't really do a whole lot, but he's not like a nothing character either. Dave, I'm going to put in hate. I just find his whole character to be really annoying. The whole Dave and Sky thing is also just kind of stupid to me. He just sucks. Donna's gonna go in neutral. I've always found Dawn to be one of the most overrated characters of all time. She's not a bad character, but people act like she's this incredible character that deserves so much more, and I just don't really see it. Devin, I'm gonna put Devin in like. I enjoyed him more than Carrie because he definitely showed off a bit more personality than her. I actually said in my recent video about my Redonkulous Race cast how, you know, Devin's a bit more psycho. He can be a bit more crazy, a bit more angry. Now granted, that was all because of a breakup, but clearly that is all inside of Devin somewhere. So DJ, I'm gonna put DJ in like. I've always had a soft spot for DJ, even if he is kind of an idiot, but you know, he's an idiot out of the kindness of his heart, you know, not because he's actually just stupid. Now Duncan, if you know me, you know that Duncan is by far my favorite total drama character of all time. There's no question about that. He just is. I'm just gonna leave it there. That Duncan is for sure my favorite of all time, and that's really all that needs to be said. Dwayne, I'm gonna put Dwayne in love. I think he is hilarious. Actually, fun fact, I didn't know this until rewatching Redonkulous Race, that he is voiced by the same person that voiced Diesel 10 in Thomas and the Magic Railroad, Neil Crone. So shout out to Neil Crone. Ella, I'm gonna put in neutral. When I was a lot younger, I used to hate Ella. My goodness, I hated her. Definitely a bit extreme. I'm not gonna say anything remotely like extremely positive, but there's nothing negative I can really say about her character either. Elodie, I'm gonna put a neutral. I said it in my previous video as well, you know, I have a bit of a soft spot for her. I think she's cool. I like her design and everything, but I mean, there's still just not really that much to her character. Emma. On one hand, I do find some of the things she says to be really funny, and I like how she's more serious compared to Kitty, who's a lot more funny. But on the other hand, I really am not a fan of the whole Emma and Noah thing. Some of the things she just said just kind of annoyed me, but I'm gonna put her in neutral because I don't feel like she annoyed me to the point where like, I didn't like her. But yeah, I think neutral's a solid spot for her. Now the other Emma, and personally, what I find to be the better Emma, gonna put her in like Ennui, same thing as Crimson, just really like the Goths. So yeah, that's a pretty easy decision for me. Eva, I'm gonna put Eva in like. She was also someone that was heavily disrespected, and I mean, I enjoyed her character for what it was. Ezekiel, gonna put him in hate, just way too much was invested in a total joke character that then became became a whole running gag for multiple seasons that was just all completely unnecessary, and we could have all done without Ezekiel. Like, he was fine for the one season being the first boot, and that was it. Jeff, I'm gonna put Jeff in love. I find pretty much every iteration of his character to be pretty good, whether it's him being really funny and him just being cool party dude, whether it's him being a complete jerk, like on the Aftermath. Jerry, I'm gonna put Jerry in like. I really like the old people banter that they have with each other, and I mean they went pretty early, but still doesn't detract me from liking them. Gwen is a tough one because she is one of my favorites of all time if I'm just looking at Total Drama Island, but I feel like on all the other seasons I feel like the writing for her in Action, World Tour, and All Stars was definitely lacking from what it was in Total Drama Island. So I'm gonna put her in love. She definitely could be a favorite, but there's a lot within her character that happened in the subsequent seasons of Total Drama that kind of derailed her character for me. Now Harold, on the other hand, I'm gonna put as a favorite. I've always loved Harold. I've always found him to be hilarious. That's pretty much it. Heather, again, is a favorite. I mean, she's one of the best characters of all time. That's not even a question. Izzy, gonna put Izzy in love just because she's a great psycho. She always has super funny moments. And what really is there negatively to say about Izzy? Jacques also will go in love. Ice Dancers are incredible villains and just great characters in general. Jacques in particular too, I find to be really funny and interesting just because of how he can go along with anything, but also be the voice of reason too when needed. Jasmine, I'm also going to put her in love. I really like her and Sean, obviously. I also explained that in another video on my channel. So Jay or Mickey? Oh wait, I'm stupid. It's alphabetical order, so it's Jay. I did like the Adversity twins. They were pathetic, but in like an empathetic and a funny way, and not in like an annoying way like kind of Dave was. Jen, gonna put her in love. Fashion bloggers, great characters, really funny. Joe, I'm gonna put Joe in like. I feel like I used to really like her, but I feel like after a while the whole like insults thing that she always does, calling people different names or whatever, I feel like eventually that just gets kind of old. Jose, I mean I pretty much already said it with Jacques, but Jose is just a lot more crazy and psychotic. She's amazing, and yeah. Julia, I'm gonna put Julia in love. She could be a favorite though. Maybe I'll rethink that, but she is for sure a character that I love. Probably the best character to come out of the reboot, to be honest. Junior, also gonna go in love, just like his dad. I just find them both to be really funny together. I'm gonna put Justin in like. I really do like him in Total Drama Action, but obviously he was pretty much nothing in Total Drama Island. Katie, I'm gonna put in neutral. When it comes to Katie and Sadie, I don't hate them at all really, but I don't really feel like I love them. At least unironically, I'm not gonna go out of my way to say I love Katie and Sadie for real. Kelly, I'm gonna put her neutral. Taylor obviously was a lot better as a character. Kelly was just super passive to like everything Taylor did and said. Now Kitty, I also explained this in my Rodong This Race cast video. I absolutely love Kitty. I find her to be super funny, and I find her to be way better than Emma. Lori, I'm gonna put her in like. She is the exact type of vegan, the exact type of like character of vegan that I will enjoy, because I think it was pretty cool to see like a hardcore vegan like actually kind of start to revert back. Leonard, I'm gonna put in like too. He's just ridiculous as a character. He's not someone that you need to take seriously really to enjoy. He's just fun because of how ridiculous he is and the things he says. Lashana is definitely a favorite. She did get screwed over, but she's absolutely one of the funniest characters ever, and that goes without saying pretty much. I love Lightning. Lightning is again super funny. Lindsay, easily a favorite. She's one of the best characters by far, and definitely should have won a season by now. But Lorenzo, same thing as Chet, just yeah. MacArthur, gonna put MacArthur in love. Police Cadets I found to be pretty good characters. I enjoyed them and their journey and the rivalry with the Ice Dancers, so Police Cadets will both be in love. Mary, I don't really have anything to say really. Max, I'm gonna put Max in like. I feel like again with Leonard, he's just another character that you can't really take seriously just because of how ridiculous he is. Mickey, I'm gonna also put him in like, because I put Jay there, because I like the University twins and pretty much already explained myself there. Mike, I don't like Mike. I'm not gonna say I hate him, but I just don't like him. Just the whole thing with him and Zoe, there's just something extremely lacking there, and then the whole multiple personality disorder thing could be really cool. I mean, a lot of things were in All Stars, but that's one of the things is Mal and all that crap. So Miles, I'm I'm gonna put it in neutral because unlike Lori, I don't really feel like there was that much beyond just being a crazy vegan. Millie, I'm gonna put Millie neutral because I actually did like her for the short time that she had on season 2. I feel like that was a lot more interesting than anything she did on season 1, but I don't feel like it's enough for me to say that I like her. I don't think she's a bad character by any stretch of the imagination. I just don't feel like there's as much there as there should be. Now, MK, I love MK. I feel like MK is an interesting type of antagonist. Nichelle, I'm gonna put Nichelle in like. I definitely feel like the writers kind of fumbled her on both seasons. I feel like a lot more could have been done with her. She was done dirty, but I think she's a good character and just, yeah. Noah, I'm putting my namesake in neutral. I've never really been that crazy about him. I'm the better Noah. Owen, I'm gonna put Owen in like, the toilet humor is eventually gonna not be that funny, but I still find Owen to be like a fun character. Like I still like him. Pete will also go in like with his fellow friend, rival, Jerry. And yeah, Priya. Gonna put her in neutral. I don't hate her. Because season 1, I liked Priya. I thought she was cool. The journey to her becoming a winner was cool too, but season 2 was just a hard fall off really for her and her character. Raj, I'm going to put Raj. Also, I'm going to put Raj in love. I like his relationship with Bowie, and him and Wayne are just extremely, extremely hilarious to me. As stupid as the things that they say are, can't help but enjoy them. Ripper is going to go in dislike. I don't hate him, but I feel like he kind of overstayed his welcome on season 1, and then the whole thing with him and Axel, I was just not good. Rock, I'm going to put Rock in neutral. I like Spud more than him personally. Rodney, I personally like Rodney, to be honest. Again, he's another character for Pocket Island that I don't feel like you can really take extremely seriously given what he does. He is a weirdo, for sure, but he has a good heart. Ryan, love him. The whole daters haters thing, I feel like they might be the best couple in Total Drama, to be honest. Sadie, I'm just going to put her along with Katie, but shout out to Sadie for being the oldest video that's still up on this channel. Sam, I'm going to put Sam in neutral. He definitely robbed a spot of Harold on All Stars. Sammy, I like Sammy. Now for Sanders, I'm going to put her along with MacArthur and Love because I found them to be a great team. Found them both to be really funny. Scarlett is also a character that I love. The whole thing with her in Pocket Island, her being evil, was really cool. Scary Girl, I feel like never really got like a fair shake. I enjoy her character. I thought she was cool, so I'm going to put her in like. With Scott, I think I'm going to put Scott in like. I thought about putting him in neutral, but I do really like a lot of the things that he did in like Revenge on the Island. I think that was an interesting kind of villain. Sean for me is a favorite. I've always loved Sean. Just everything about his character I've always been a huge fan of. It's hard to really explain, but he's up there with all these people for me. Sierra, I'm going to put her in neutral. I liked her on World Tour, but she was absolutely insufferable in All Stars and just shouldn't have been there. Also going to put Sky in neutral. I didn't find her character to ever be that extremely interesting ever, and the whole thing with her and Dave was just, I don't know. So yeah, she's a neutral. But I'm going to put Spud in like, he was super dumb and whatever, but I found that to be also really funny. I'm going to put Stacy in neutral. I'm just going to say that she deserves better. Well, Stephanie, I think Stephanie might be a favorite, to be honest. I just love the whole haters daters thing in her own this race. I think that was honestly my favorite thing in the whole season, to be honest. Stephanie in particular was just, I just love how sweet and then completely insane she would be. So I think I'm going to call her a favorite. Sugar, I'm going to put in love. She's another great character and another interesting take on a villain. Tammy, I'm just going to put her in neutral. I mean, I do like Leonard, but I feel like we barely got to see any of her. Taylor, I'm going to put Taylor in like, because I did find her to be quite funny. I don't think enough for me to say that like I love her character or anything like that, but I did enjoy her. Tom, I'm going to put Tom in love because I put Jen in there because I really enjoyed both of them. Topher, I'm going to put Topher in neutral. I don't think he's really that bad, but I feel like we could have seen a lot more from him besides just being obsessed with Chris. Trent, I think I'll also put Trent in neutral. Trent's one of those characters that I always love to hate on, but I don't actually hate. And I think I'm probably going to end up making a video about him similar to my video on Caleb. I'll probably have a much better explanation on my opinions on Trent's character on that whenever that may come out. I'm going to put Tyler not Taylor, Tyler in love. Always enjoyed his character. I've always found him to be really funny. Wayne is also going in love, going in there with Raj. I really enjoyed both of them. They were stupid, but they were hilarious every single time. Z, I'm going to put Z in like, because I did like his character. And last but least, because Zoe's going in dislike. I've just never been a fan of Mike and Zoe, really. Yeah, I don't know. There's just nothing really that interesting about Zoe. And with that, that is every single Total Drama character ranked on this tier list. This has been a long time coming for me, and I wanted to keep it short, but also try to explain at least a teeny tiny bit about my decision making. There were definitely a lot of times where I was kind of at loss as of what to say, because I kind of felt like I was on the spot a bit. I hope you guys enjoy this nonetheless. Let me know down below what your tier list would look like. What are your opinions on all these different characters, what you disagree with, what you agree with, all that kind of stuff. And let me know down below what else you'd like to see me talk about on this channel. Like the video, subscribe for more videos, and yeah, thank you for watching.